So, welcome my friends to a new video. So today we talk about Paradox Interactive. So I already uploaded a video about their new game on my other channel. But today I'm going to talk more about the company Paradox Interactive, about the stock. So we see, okay, overall, of course, today, the overall stock market, the tech stocks are down massively. I mean, also Alphabet, Google is down like almost 9 to 10%. So it's not a surprise that also some of the gaming companies are down. But you can see Paradox Interactive is today alone down 9.19%, and on 5 days we are down like almost 13%. And if we look on the month, we're still down, and on 6 months, then you see actually on 6 months you see we were in July having a little top. So also checking out the long-term chart, so this is the 5-year chart, then I would say so we came to some, let's say some magic from a technical point of view, magic line. So yeah, the little disclaimer, I'm invested in Paradox and I had an order for some more shares, so I was averaging down today a little bit. So here I can tell you I had around about here 189 Swedish crowns. I had an order that has been executed. So I learned nothing from hedge funds, but I once heard, and I found this very interesting, that hedge funds, when it comes to buying some stocks, that they're actually also buying to some very simple technical analysis, points in the chart. So that's actually, I found this very interesting. So, and it makes sense. I mean, you always look at those charts, and even if you're not a techie, then you still understand there is some reality there, and you cannot completely put this aside, especially in let's say in shares like smaller market caps. Like here, that's a 20 billion Swedish krona market cap, PE ratio 27 here on Google Finance, even a dividend yield of 1.06%. That's interesting actually to see. And yeah, so that's the max chart. In the max chart, I would say the max chart looks still good. So therefore also here the overall trend is still intact. Of course, if you're falling down now to 122 Swedish krona, then we are falling a bit out of the trend. But 122 Swedish krona, I would say this actually then even more interesting to buy. So this is no financial advice, my friends. This is just a YouTuber that likes stocks and likes video games and talking about their gaming companies behind this. So don't buy anything you hear here. You can buy the games, but don't buy the stock. So City Skyline, this is their new game. This came out more or less, I think, yesterday. And we can see already the Steam database rating is already at 50%. So it already improved. And we have online now, we have 78,000. So I think, yeah, now the reason why the stock was falling today. So it's, of course, a sell the news event plus actually the fact that the game is not optimized, and people are angry again. And why did they not publish an optimized game? So probably they just had to publish this. Like all the other mid-tier gaming companies, they have to bring out the games. Also, actually, the AAA companies also, they have to push out their games before Christmas. They have to push them out before Christmas because it's the magical time of the year. You wanna get your games out. So I don't like it that they all publish their games in October and November, because then in December or in January often people forget those games, and then October and November they already bought so many games they sometimes don't have time for other games. So I actually do not buy so many games in October, November, since I also like buying my games, of course, on sale. But still, 78,000 people were really looking forward to this title. So we can also make here this little video on, of course. So 202,000 followers, that's pretty good. So
Yeah, and in anticipation of this, if we look at the chart, so in 2023, you can see actually the stock had a nice run up, 70%, and it closed it more or less. Everything from 2023 is already lost, so we kind of closed the gap. So, I mean, if something like this happens, so you have to close the gap. So, therefore, I bought some more. I averaged down. My position is not big at the moment, and if Paradox is falling further, I'm happy to buy some more, because Paradox Interactive, if we go on Steam here, you see some of their other games. So, they're Star Trek, of course, but City Skylines, one of the most important ones. Age of Wonders, Victoria 3, I think, is also popular. Survive the Aftermath. And Crusader King 3, I think, was very popular and also very good rated. Surviving Mars, I think, was also popular. So you see, they have a couple of very popular games, and then also they have a couple of games that are not so popular. And if we go, yeah, especially the Crusader Kings 3, super popular. I mean, still 15,000 people online right now. All-time peak at around about 100,000. Came out in 1st of September 2020. So it's very positively rated. So Paradox, they develop sometimes very good games. But the question is for them, why did they bring out this game now in this state? So why didn't they just take themselves 1-2 more month and just improve it, or even release it in early access, of course. So this is the investor page of Paradox. Here we can now check the last interim report. So we don't have any newer reports, unfortunately. Here you can also again look a bit at their games. Stellaris, Europa Universalis, very popular, and some other titles. And they're also involved, as it seems, with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. So there's so many crossovers right now with games. If we scroll down, my friends, those are the latest numbers. So not like so recent, but if we see, we had a positive revenue growth with regard to 2021, and in 2021 to 2022, actually revenue was falling. Then if I'm looking here at the net income, so that's the revenue, and the yellow the yellow pillar, that's the net income. So also looks actually pretty nice. So revenue, operating expense even went down. Net income 186%. I mean, if you look at this chart, wow, nice. But of course you have to look it over time. Therefore the chart also, this is actually, if I compare the chart here, the constant growth, and I compared with this constant growth, it's actually resembling very nicely the income statement. So you can see it's really resembling nicely the income statement. I like that. It makes it simply more realistic, so how it should be. Net profit margin 109%, up 35. Wow, guys, numbers are really nice. So possibly this could be a nice opportunity at this point. But of course, we are in an overall market crash for the gaming industry. Also, the overall market is at the moment also getting a bit tired, a bit slow. But we have inflation, high interest rates, you know the story. But still, Paradox Interactive is, in my opinion, one of the better Swedish gaming companies. So where's Embracer? I wanted to compare it with Embracer. So come on, let's compare it with Embracer before we're closing down this video. So that's Embracer. So on the max chart, the yellow one is Embracer and the blue one is Paradox. So actually Paradox, I like Paradox now more. So Embracer really went like crazy, and then it came down like so badly, and now it's even in the minus, as you see on the 5-year performance of the stock, and Paradox is still up. So what you like more, Embracer or Paradox? Unfortunately, I'm also invested in Embracer, and at this point in time, I would love to not be invested in Embracer, because the stock
is falling even further. Today, 2.67%. We're now at 18 Swedish krone. So, I mean, you know, guys, I made already so many videos about Embrace. So maybe I'll make another one if something more substantially is going to happen, because it looks really not good with Embracer. All right, so with that, I'm leaving here. See you next time. Bye-bye.